Hey everybody, welcome to Fast Entrepreneur. My name is Justin and you're on the channel. Today I want to do something a little different. Normally if you've been watching the channel for the last several months, lots of crypto. Today I want to talk about ARK Invest. So what is ARK Invest? Well, that's what we're going to get into. How do we start? Well, I should say I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Yada yada. There we go. However, ARK Invest, if you're at any bit familiar, it's actually, there's a series of funds that ARK Invest offers. You can, most of the time, you can access, buy right into these funds right through your regular, brokerage, mutual, Webull, you name it. And yeah, now if you don't know, because maybe you don't, I'm very interested in exponential technologies. I always kind of have been very interested in that arena, and ARK Invest to me checks all the boxes. Kathy Wood, I gotta pull over here. There is, they're not pulling me over, but there is, it looks like a ambulance or something, so I'm going to pull over and let them by. But, so, ARK Invest. Oh, they're turning. False alarm there, folks. False alarm. So ARK Invest is a fund, sets of funds by Kathy Wood. She has a very interesting story. Academic world, it looked like she, summa cum laude. She also worked her way, worked in grocery store stuff, to pay, I guess. And that's notable. Another thing about Kathy Wood is, she has the fund management experience. She's been doing this for different, notable funds for decades, and she was given the opportunity at some of these funds to kind of take a look at these technologies, these transformative technologies that maybe others just kind of poo-pooed and didn't look into. So she has seen exponential growth firsthand. It's also worth noting that she is a born-again Christian, and she's 57. She has children. This is kind of like her starting over a new career. And the way she tells it is, she had 2 weeks where her kids away at camps and whatnot, and she had some time. She was reflecting, and she basically, when she was going through this, through the Bible, the daily Bible she was reading, she's just daily prayer. And I think that it seems that she feels that ARK not only is the name, but just like the Ark of the Covenant, leading into battle with God on your side. And so she has this mission of why she's doing what she's doing. Now let's get into what the funds actually are. And why you might want to have some exposure to these. So she has, what I love about it, she's breaking it down, kind of her investment strategy, into 5 different pillars, each focusing on exponential technologies, one of them being blockchain, by the way. And the others, you can take a look on her site. But
in a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the I-90 West ramp to Buffalo.
But the importance is that she sees a convergence, which I do as well. I mean, I've been saying this for years too. So, convergence of these exponential technologies, and when that happens,
use the right lane to take the I-90 West ramp.
Magic happens, right? And so, another notable thing I'll mention is, so
in a half mile, keep right at the fork. Follow signs for I-90 West Buffalo.
Growth possibilities, if you will. You've got things like genomics. You've got things, in the database, computing space, robotics, etc. But and so what she's trying to do is, battery storage. She's trying to find these.
Keep right at the fork.
She is trying to find these companies that she thinks are poised to
continue on I-90 west for 3 miles
in the space, or to really, really make moves. And so, if you look, a lot of her funds actually have a lot of crossover, right? I mean, there's, like for instance, Tesla's one of her largest holders. She's actually done an interview podcast with, with Elon Musk. So she's abreast of all this, and so I guess the point being is she's looking for these, many, many, many multiples. And I think a lot of linear investors, and this may be you, most people are not used to thinking exponentially. And these people on the road today, I tell you. But, she's not used to thinking, or a lot of people aren't used to thinking exponentially because our lives are linear. Well, Cathie Wood, she is an exponential thinker. And so what I also want to note is she has spoken at Singularity University events. And if you don't know Singularity,
in 2 miles, take exit 4 for New York 85 towards Lingerlands for Heesville.
I've talked to many people, about Singularity. It's by visionaries, Ray Kurzweil, who some say might be the rightful heir to Thomas Edison. I mean, he's a genius, and lots of predictions for decades about the future. And the other co-founder of Singularity, Peter Diamandis, just truly amazing. Well, so anyway, she's obviously, she's not only caught the eyes and ears of people like me that actually follow, that are probably follow these types of technologies and this space maybe a little bit more than others. And now her message is hitting kind of mainstream, if you will. I don't know if it's quite mainstream, but she is being known, and ARK Invest, the funds are being known, pretty mainstream. So I think it's causing mainstream investors to take a look, to consider what she's saying, and even if they can't or don't understand necessarily her entire approach. However, I will say this, when you hear her speak or hear some of the others, on her team, about price projections, they'll give a bear case and a bull case. But it's always for 5 years.
In a half mile, take exit 4 for New York 85 towards Lingerlands for
Their
Heesville.
answer is, well, we're long-term investors, so, their earliest projections they made for 5 years. And obviously a lot can change in 5 years, but when you're looking at trends, and this is what I just see all the time, when you're looking at trends, especially
take exit 4.
And they're growing year after year after year quite heavily, it's not too far of a stretch to see how
continue on New York 85 for 2 miles.
Continue to play out. So, yeah. So that's, listen. If you're just hearing about ARK Invest to Cathie Wood, cool, and let us know your thoughts. And I really want to hear, from the folks that maybe do follow this channel.
In 2 miles, take the Chrometail Road exit.
First off, I appreciate watching the videos. Second off, I'd love it if you guys would subscribe. It shows support. It lets me know that you guys like the content that I'm putting out. And so I'd like to know kind of what y'all think about ARK Invest. What do you think about Cathie Wood? Do you think that this is a worthwhile strategy? Is this the best investment strategy long term? Would you see it any other way? How does this fit into looking at your crypto portfolios? What percentage do you see maybe these types of funds having in your portfolio, et cetera, et cetera. I've kind of made up my mind. I think that it's well, I mean, I think, you kind of get an idea. I mean, but I've always kind of believed in these technologies. So whether or not it was, Kathy Wood with a managed fund, or, looking at looking myself at these companies, etc. But I will say this, it's very, very nice to have a little bit of an understanding of the space, but then be able to just say, wow, Kathy Wood's got to take, I mean,
In a half mile, take the Cronk Hill Road exit.
Taken care of. She's the one managing the funds, and I think I would probably at this point feel very comfortable with with her lead and her vision. It just makes a lot of sense. So I think it makes the job of exponential.
Take the Cronk Hill Road exit, then turn left onto Cronk Hill Road.
I usually don't talk about them here, but I have done other channels where I've talked about exponential financial planning. I have done projects with different collaborators, futurists.
Turn left onto Cronk Hill Road, then turn right onto Bender Avenue.
So it's very interesting that it's in here. I haven't really talked about. Maybe I will talk more about this stuff on this channel, but I've kept in a lot of crypto, especially during the bull run, because that's fun and that's the most exciting, and that was the most hands-on, I'll say, for myself. But as you probably know, and you've heard me say this many times,
turn right onto Bender Avenue.
Diversification, right? And that goes for everything, right? I mean, diversify, not just amongst your holdings, amongst your currencies.
Continue on Bender Avenue for a half mile.
Everything amongst your time frames, and even amongst your worldviews, So, anyways, pretty exciting stuff. Let me know what y'all think. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, this video just really was about that. I wanted to really just talk about ARK Invest and the different funds. I think from the way I look at it is ARK K seems to be the main fund, and like I said, if you do multiple funds, you're actually getting because you're getting exposure, you're double dipping, right? You're getting some of the same companies in all these different funds. So I'm not saying that you don't need them. I mean, you could do that, but for true diversification, in some ways it seems.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto New Scotland Avenue.
Maybe you want to consider ARK or maybe another fund, ARKG. There's people that have put out to show how the percentage wise is it how this diversifies. You can look into that, but just to keep it simple, ARK is probably a good place to start.
Turn left onto New Scotland Avenue.
Let's see, what else? Just super exciting. I mean, gosh, maybe I want to shoot another video just to talk more about exponential finance, right? I mean, I know, I talk a lot about crypto, and I guess I assume that people that are watching the channel or people that are involved in crypto, have a little bit of understanding, of maybe the whole bigger picture of exponential finance. But I realize, you really don't have to, right? I mean, you just could be drawn to the gains, which is all fine and dandy. You could be drawn to the tech specifically, but maybe you don't.
Continue on New Scotland Avenue for a half mile.
Fits a longer picture, or how it fits a convergence model with all these other different technologies all around us coming together, because blockchain is just obviously one of these, and blockchain does merge a lot of these technologies as well. I mean, we see a lot with AI, and it's very interesting. But Brooks's Chicken, July 16th. When's that? We love Brooks's Chicken. I don't know if you guys have Brooks's Chicken, but where we are up here in upstate New York, Brooks's Chicken, I mean, they come around every few weeks, different places. But that's good to know that it's there. And
in a quarter mile, turn right onto South Manning Boulevard.
I'm going to end it on some Brooks's Chicken, but now it's making me hungry. So if this is making you hungry, go check out ARK Invest, and if you want to. And I hope this video helped. Write down in the comments if there's any other things that you want me to talk about, or if I can help. All right, peace out, guys.